Hi, I'm Jonesy Thompson, your self-care bestie. Welcome to this video. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on it just to see what I'm about. And for those returning, big thank yous for sticking around through a lot of it. So I really appreciate you being here today. And today we're going to talk about the Solo Dolo tag, which Jack's Beautiful You channel said, anyone who creates content, consider yourself tagged. I love her. She does some great videos. And I'm going to consider myself tagged on this. So what it means is any of the fragrances that you only have one from the line. And so I'm going to go through those and kind of explain what they're about and if whether or not I plan to get more from the line or not. And I have, I don't know, about 13 of them to kind of go through, and they're all fairly affordable, at least in the sizes that I have them in, they're affordable. They might be considered a little more splurgy in a larger size, but in the smaller size, they're a good price. So let's go through some of them, and I'm going to share with you what it is. And I started getting into fragrances again. I mean, I've always loved fragrance. I very strictly only wore natural things for a while there, and I do believe that wearing your essential oils is a good idea. It's good for all of us. They have so many good properties in addition to smelling good, and that can also lift our mood. Fragrances, any fragrance can lift a mood, but I believe they have a ton more benefits by using essential oils. So now I'm in a space of combining both of those things. I just love fragrance so much. And as long as my health allows, I'll probably continue using fragrances that are not only natural, but somewhat synthetic as well, and continuing to use my essential oils to support my health. So I'm going to continue on that journey. I know some people got to be one way or all another. And I think that if we feel like it has to be so strict, we might not ever go down a natural path. So I find myself wanting a little bit of traditional fragrance, and I think that's fine. Mix it up, balance. That's me working on the balance. So anyway, I got back into fragrances about a little over a year ago, and this is one of the first ones I got, which is Hollister Canyon Escape. I read the notes about what was in it. It's probably not one I would have purchased if I hadn't blind bought it. But once I bought it and wore it, I did really enjoy it. It's so juicy and fruity. Do I plan to buy more from Hollister? I want Festival Nights. I think I would really enjoy that one. But other than that, I don't know. And I'm not dying for that one. I've seen it a couple times in stores and passed on it. But eventually, I think I'll get that one. And I do think I'll get way more use out of this one. It's just not something I traditionally would have picked up. It's very like women go to brunch kind of smell to me, and it's really nice, but it's a specific daytime girly kind of smell. So that's one. I got this one for Christmas from my sister-in-law, Pure Grace by Philosophy, and it is, if you're familiar with their line, they do clean fragrances really, really well. As by the name Pure Grace, you would think it would be. This one smells a lot to me like French soap, French bar soap. I smell lavender. I smell some green. I do really like it, and it mixes well with other fragrances. If you want to freshen up anything else, it's going to have a nice soapy green quality to it. So I love that. I know it's going to get a lot more use as I go into spring, and I'm sure I will use this little guy up. Do I plan to buy more from Philosophy? I would like to have, what is it called? Cashmere Sweet Cream or something like that. Yes, I definitely do want that one eventually. So I do think I'll be buying more from that line. Okay, Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth. So popular in so many stores. I have definitely made a huge dent in this. I'm more than a third into this now. And I will use the whole thing. I know for certain I will use this whole bottle. I do really like it. I wish it lasted a little longer, but on clothes it lasts pretty well. It's just the lightest vanilla family smell you'll ever smell. But not only does it smell like vanilla, it's really like you open a packet of cocoa, and specifically a packet of cocoa with marshmallows in it. That's pretty much what it is, but I just love it so much. It's so good. I will keep that around. I probably will replace it. And she has another one now. I forget the name of it. It's in a caramel looking package like this one. I don't want to blind buy that one, but I think there's a good chance that if I get my nose on it, that I would like it and probably would purchase it. So there's that. Okay, highly underrated brand. Antonio Banderas. I remember back in the early 2000s, I had an Antonio Banderas fragrance that I really, really enjoyed. So I went on Amazon to try to find the same, and I don't think it exists. I don't think it's out there anymore. But I started looking at the ones that are out there, and I purchased this one, which is Her Secret Temptation. Pardon me. I'll be putting links below, and some of them will be for affiliate links for Amazon, which doesn't cost you any extra, by the way. It just helps me out to get this channel going. But this is, if you ever like La Vie Belle from Lancome, this is so similar to it. And it is a nice floral grounded with a good amount of wood and patchouli. And so again, if you know the smell of La Vie Belle, I think you'll really, really, really love it. And I love this one, and I'm next wanting the one that's like this in a white bottle. It's some other Temptation fragrance. I can't wait. I'm really obsessed with the Orange Blossom, and so I'm going to be looking to get that one before long. This one, Elizabeth Arden Green Tea Nectarine Blossom. I purchased this in a store because I'd read really good things about it before, and I don't know how you feel about the green tea line. I did wear it back in the early 2000s, just the regular basic green tea, and this was a flanker for it. It is so enjoyable. If you like a peach note that smells clean and not syrupy, it smells peach and nectarine, and it does have a lot of greenness. It is so fresh. I know I bought this in cold weather. I know I'm going to get way more use out of it in the warm weather. And will I repurchase more Elizabeth Arden? If I come across the pomegranate green tea, I'll be buying that for sure. And sometimes I think about, aren't they the one who did Fifth Avenue? Sometimes I think about getting Fifth Avenue. I might do that eventually. It's a classic. So we'll see about that. This one, Banana Republic 06 Black Platinum. I don't think I featured this in a video yet. A lot of these I haven't featured in any videos yet. Oh, I love this. This is like the boyfriend gene of fragrance. And it smells like a hot guy who was wearing clean laundry, but then had to exert himself physically just a little, or just barely perspired. It's like a little bit like that. Maybe you had to move a piece of furniture. Anyway, whatever the case, it smells really, really good. It's fairly unisex. Like, I don't feel weird. It's not too manly, but it does have some definitely unisex, leaning masculine kind of vibes. It's a little bit spicy, but in a clean way. And I just really enjoy this. Like, I crave smelling this. I don't wear it as often as I just open up the bottle and take whiffs. I really, really enjoy it for that. So for no other reason, I'll just pass the bottle and sniff it. Will I buy more from Banana Republic? Yes. I think they blend their fragrances so well from everything I've read. And I'm mad at myself for a couple that I haven't picked up before. There's one that's neroli based. Again, Orange Blossom neroli is a thing that I want lots of, and they have a neroli fragrance. So I'm going to be looking for that one, which is also unisex. But their women's fragrances are rated pretty highly too. So when I see more, I probably will be getting some more in the future. Paris Hilton Rosé Rush. The bottle is one of my favorites. Do you love it? Do you love it? So pretty, right? So princessy, so pretty. This is very, very floral, very, very rosy. And I'm not a big rose girl. I do like this one. I will be layering it with other fragrances too to kind of get a little more balance where it's not so floral. It has a little citrus too, which is saving it, and I would mix it with some more citrus and then also with some woods. I do really like it. I have not yet smelled the one that's in the white bottle. It's white, not just the silver, but the one that's white. I really would like to smell that one. I think I might like it. I believe it does have Orange Blossom or Neroli in it. And are those the same flower? I believe they are. They're so closely akin, if not. But anyway, I would like to get my nose on that one. And other than that, I don't have plans to buy any other Paris Hilton fragrance at the moment. I have a lot of other celebrity fragrances, so we'll see. I don't speak French, but this is La Petite Robe Noire, if I'm saying it correctly, by Guerlain or Guerlain. I don't know. Which way do you say it? Tell me in the comments. I don't speak French. I always want to think Guerlain, but maybe not. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's kind of along the same lines of Her Secret Temptation. Deep, rich fruit, floral, and spice. And it also has a licorice note. That's polarizing. I like a licorice note done well. So I do really like this. This was gifted to me by a friend. If you got this bottle, I think even this, even though it's a designer brand considered somewhat luxury, I think it's a reasonably priced designer bottle. And you could try like a smaller decant from somewhere if you wanted to try that one. I think it might be worth it for you. Juicy Couture, Gold Couture is so super sweet. This is one from the beginning of the fragrance journey. It's so super sweet. I'm not wearing a ton of it right now, so we'll see whether I purchase any more Juicy. They're known for being super duper sweet, and I do like it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm still there. I want they have a purple bottle with a crown on top. Forget what it's called now. I do definitely want that. If I find a good sale on it, I'm going to get that one, because that one is like a sweet tart berry fragrance that I really do love. Mix Bar Bourbon Vanilla. These are from Target. I love this fragrance, and it's only about $20, and the longevity is pretty good. So will I purchase more of this? Yes. I believe I'll be getting, they have one called, even though I'm not a rose girl, Rose Glass. And it is like such a beautifully blended floral that my nose likes. And they have a hibiscus one, maybe pink hibiscus. And there are others. I might be purchasing more, but this is my favorite of all. But there are a couple others that I have sights to get later, and they're so reasonable for what they are that I really encourage you to check them out. CK Into You. This is a very unisex scent. Like my son has worn it some at my encouragement. It's so nicely blended. Now hear me out. If you're into Replica Jazz Club, it is one of my favorite fragrances, but I can't see myself spending the price tag for a big bottle. I don't see it. I don't see it in my future. I don't see myself wanting to spend that much, because I know how much I'm going to squirt. And every time I squirt it, I'm going to think about how many dollars that is, you know? But anyway, for that one, I love it so much. This on the opening smells not much at all like that. But once it dries down for about 30 minutes, the dry down of this kind of scratches that itch for Jazz Club. And I kick myself now that I didn't get the jumbo bottle of this, because at the same time I bought this for just a couple more dollars, they had a twice the size one. And now I wish I had done it, because it's so nice. Will I buy other fragrances from Calvin Klein? Yes, I will. I have my eyes out maybe to purchase the one called Woman. And if I see this one again, if I get lower on this one, I would restock on that one. So good. Okay. Internet craze fragrance, Choco Musk from All Rehab. Okay, it's one of those Arabian things, and it's so good. It's not too far off from Sweet Tooth. They're kind of similar, and I wear them together a lot. This comes in a mist, like a good size bottle mist, for usually under $10 on Amazon. I will link it. Do I see that sprayer in my future? I sure do. And do I see other things from this company? Possibly. You're going to be seeing me try some more things from Amazon than I have tried before. They are so reasonable, and they're known for their longevity, and I look forward to getting much more into it. And toward the end of this year and going into 2024, something I've been getting into also is buying smaller decants of larger fragrances that are like niche or designer. I've got a couple here. This is from Une Nuit Nomade, and it's called Sugar Leather. And a lot of fragrance reviewers were raving about this one. And so I had to get my nose on it. I know the big bottle is probably a little pricey, but this is super reasonable to do this. And it is leather, as it says. It is sugar. It's got some booziness to it, and like I think it's a whiskey note. It is very unisex, and I think my husband isn't sure about it, I believe, because it's maybe a little more masculine than he would prefer his wife to wear, but oh my goodness, it's so good. It's fine. He can wear it. I would love for him to wear it and me enjoy it that way. Pardon me. It smells so, so good. So I do recommend that one. That's called Sugar Leather. And this one is from the company Mudo, Worthy. This one was reviewed by a lot of fragrance reviewers who liked it. And on Fragrantica, which is that database of a lot of fragrances, really tough people rate fragrances on there. It's hard to get a good number, okay? Out of 5, if you're anywhere near 4, it's, you know, pretty crowd pleasing. This one is at 4.47. It's one of the highest rated things, I think, on Fragrantica right now. I can't vibe with it yet. So I do want more from this Mudo label because I think they sound intriguing. Like you're going to smell different from everyone else. But this one has rose mixed with some vanilla and orange blossom. So it had notes that I thought I wanted to try. Should I tell you what it makes me think of? Because I don't want to ruin it for anybody else. But it's like once somebody says that a fragrance is doing this, it ruins it for other people. But I'm just going to risk telling you what I think it smells like. You know when your puppy goes to the groomer and they come back and they smell good, but you're not sure if you would want to smell like that? This smells like puppy just back from the groomer. That's what it smells like to me. I believe I'm going to end up using this up by layering it with some of my favorites from Bath & Body Works. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm going to mix it up probably with snowflakes and cashmere, and it'll be great. I'm going to try to start posting videos, you guys, every Saturday by noon. So by noon on Saturday, I believe Saturday has to be my day because I'm a working woman and a busy mom, and I believe that's going to have to be the time, even though it's weird. So I'd love for you to subscribe so that you'll see the notifications when those come out. And in between your kids' ball games or in between sleeping in and going out for dinner, you just check out the videos on Saturdays and make a little comment or a little thumbs up. We really appreciate it. We want to keep these going. If you have requests for topics we should cover, please let me know down below. And I so appreciate you again for being here. Thank you so much. Check you next time.